the revival of the tourism sector in entire Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. So I've got a very special personality with us and the man behind who has really been helping out days and nights to revive the tourism sector in entire Jammu and Kashmir. So we welcome Sarmad Hafiz, Commissioner Secretary Tourism, Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. So we welcome you on the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So first, given the situation we have, COVID crisis, it was altogether a different, a very challenging task, a very uphill task. So what prompted you to start it in the month of July this year, sir?
Well, J&K tourism has gone through some very difficult times. And now with the COVID, the whole world, the tourism industry, the entire world, the country is facing difficult times. But as you know that Kashmir tourism and J&K tourism are very resilient. We always bounce back. Have been a tourist place for decades. We love our tourists. And that is the reason you see that all the tourism players here, be it the hoteliers, the travel agents, all the service providers, they're always upbeat. They never lose hope. And that is the reason why they are back again, ready to welcome the tourists.
So right now, I'm in Gulmarg. It's full of buzz, though the big events are coming, on the eve of Christmas, and then the New Year, the occasion is coming. But the Gulmarg is kind of, full and buzz. There is no place to stay, for the people. The inquiries are so much. The bookings are full. What were the initiatives which were taken by the tourism department to get it revived actually at the practical level?
Well, Gulmarg is one of the most beautiful destinations in the world. I must say that it's the best in India and definitely one of the best in the world. We have the finest snow, the best quality of snow, enough of it, and also some of the finest ski slopes. And it is also the most affordable ski destination in the world. Gulmarg sells itself, but I must also tell you that the hoteliers, the people, the travel trade here in Gulmarg has always had a great relationship with all the tourists. They have always been welcoming them. And whoever has come here has had great experiences. With Christmas coming just around the corner, it's perhaps the only place in the country where we can enjoy a white Christmas. So we are celebrating the Christmas festival as well. As you know, we have our own more than 120-year-old church. We are going to have a Christmas service, a mass, and then after that, we also have the snow carnival. And as I'm sure, since you are in Gulmarg, you must have seen that skiing has started. There are several ski courses also going on, certificate skiing courses which are being offered by different agencies to people from all over the country. And then, of course, the tourists, the gondola, and everything else. I hope that you are there in Gulmarg and you're having a good time.
I definitely, sir. It's really a wonderful being a part of it. But spoken to many hoteliers about it, how all this happened. And I got the quick reactions from the hoteliers. They said it was just all of a sudden there was a wave and there was a surge in the bookings. And given the situation, the facts, the reality is the tourism department was really at the back, working days and nights for its revival. And recently you held so many programs at the weekends at the Concourse in Srinagar, and you interacted, you called up so many travel agents from the rest of the India, from the rest of the country rather, and spoke to them. So what were the instructions to the people, and what was your message to those people, just to get people from the other states to back?
Well, starting with the World Tourism Day, we thought that we should send the message out that we are open for tourism. We are waiting for tourists, our shikarawalas, our houseboat people, everybody else, the taxi walas, and you could see the service providers here, the hoteliers and everybody else are waiting for tourists. We thought we should send that message out. We held several events, like you said. It was like a valley weekend, several weekend events. Every weekend we had one. We are also trying to improve our services. Even during COVID, when COVID was quite bad, nobody was traveling. We tried to utilize this time well. We tried to consolidate. We tried to improve our services. We tried to build such services which are essential for travel today. You could see that we are following all protocols, especially COVID protocols. It's a safe place to travel. and also one of the most affordable places. We have good connectivity, we have good air connectivity, so many flights flying in from most major cities within the country, and there is no reason why people should not come and experience Kashmir, experience Gulmarg. We have such a beautiful place in our own country. No reason why people should not come. We also thought that because of COVID, people have not been able to travel for a long time. Instead of being dejected, we took this as we thought that this was an opportunity, because there's a whole lot of people who like to travel who have not been able to travel for several months. There are many people who like to go to many places abroad, millions of them who have not been able to travel. We thought that this was an opportunity. We should invite them to Kashmir. I know that most of the people in the country have this dream of visiting Jammu and Kashmir one day, and we thought this is the right time to start. We should make a beginning. We should create the conditions, and then, as you know, that we really the place is known as paradise on earth. I don't need to say much more.
So one last question. I can understand you have a very busy schedule. One last question I would like to ask you. Since Gulmarg is known for the skiing part, but the international tourism is still missing on the ground. But yes, from the rest of the country, there's been a great flow of the tourists visiting. Speaking to the hoteliers, they said we're getting a lot of queries, a lot of bookings online. But then, if we talk about the international tourism, where does it stand at this stage now?
Well, right now, as you're aware, the international flights are off, but we are hoping that after 31st December, things might change. As you know, that the COVID situation is a developing situation. Every day, things are changing. And as and when the protocols change for international travel, I'm sure that international travels will also start visiting. As you know, that for skiers, especially intermediate and advanced skiers, we provide the most wonderful experience. We have the Gulmarg Gondola, which is one of the highest lifts, highest ski lifts in the world. It takes you to 13,500, provides you a single run of about 6 kilometers down from the Afarbad mountain. It's a great experience. In the month of January and February, we have, I should say, tons of snow, at least 7, 8, 9, 10 feet of snow, powdery snow, so suited for skiing. Our Gulmarg is often compared with Whistler, which is one of the topmost ski destinations in Canada. But I can assure you that the snow quality is even better, and the hospitality, which has always been talked about, is there. The people are waiting for tourists to come. As and when things improve, people internationally are able to travel. I'm sure we'll be able to welcome many more international tourists as well.
Before you say goodbye, so one last question to you. I can understand your busy schedule. I'm so sorry. So two bigger events coming ahead, Christmas and New Year. What are the preparations by the tourism department?
Well, like I said, we have the Christmas festival. We are planning it on 24th. We'll have a Christmas mass and then followed by a Christmas festival in Gulmarg, which will be on the 25th. We are trying to give people a local experience, a feel of the place. And then also we have the snow carnival around New Year's. But that's not where it ends. After that, we have several other events planned where we have invited some of the film producers from Bollywood. They would be coming here, looking at the locales, meeting with the local service providers, having a one-on-one meeting on them, looking at the situation and all the places where they can come and shoot. Other than that, we this year have also an international ski event, which is a juniors event. And after that, the second edition of the Khelo India Winter Games. The first one was also held in Gulmarg last year. And this year again, we have been awarded the second edition of the Khelo India National Games. So we are also going to be hosting that. And we are expecting people to come in large numbers, not just skiers, but other tourists from all over the country who want to come and enjoy beautiful Gulmarg, the fairyland, the winter fairyland that Gulmarg is.
So with a lot of stuff in the bonanza by the tourism
But I
department,
must,
it
I
will be
must,
great
I
to
must
see.
sorry for interrupting, but I must add
Yes, please go ahead,
that
sir.
our winter tourism doesn't start and end with Gulmarg. We have more on offer. We have the beautiful Srinagar, the Dal Lake, the mountains around us, which are always beautiful, but as you know, they look even more epic in winter. And then we have Palgam, we have Patni Top in Jammu division and several other places as well. We have a lot on offer. Like we had an old slogan in Kashmir tourism, and we said that you come to Kashmir and we will show you the world. We truly have a world on offer.
Certainly not only Gulmarg, there are many places to explore, especially in the winters. And it will be really worth to see what all will be open in the coming, winters and the two bigger events ahead. And with this, I would like to thank Sarmad Hafiz, IAS Commissioner Secretary Tourism, JNKUT. Thank you very much, sir, for your precious time. We wish you all the best for the upcoming events, and it will be, let's see how the events are going to get open in the coming days. With this, I'd like to thank you one more time, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us,
Thank
sir.
you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Same here, sir. We had Commissioner Secretary Sarmad Hafiz with us. He spoke about the tourism part, man behind the revival of the tourism in Jammu and Kashmir, and two bigger events and occasions coming ahead, Christmas and New Year. So it's going to be a huge bonanza here in Kashmir, especially in Gulmarg. So with this, I would like to wrap up the session. Thank you very much, guys. Good evening.